Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Corny69 here with a very interesting video for you guys. Today in this video, what we're going to be doing is JVC, SENNHEISER, RCA, Marley, and Monster. Who reigns supreme? Stay tuned and find out. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to be doing today is just a quick little video of a review of a few different headphones. All the way ranging from, as I said in the intro there, all the way ranging from cheap $20 headphones all the way to $700 headphones. Now, if you're fortunate enough to have a standalone mic, okay, a standalone mic with a headphone output with its own amplifying system in it with a HDAC. What you're going to want to do, obviously, is get yourself a good pair of headphones that have good surround quality, good frequency response, good decibel signal to noise ratio, all that fancy dancy stuff. Now, everybody has got their own preferences for sound. Okay, if you like sound quality, a lot of people would say, oh, go with Monster. They're so awesome. They're great. If you have the money to dish out for Monster headphones, okay, go right ahead. It's up to you. But there's a lot of headphones out there that are even better than the Monster headphones for a fraction of the price. And in this video is what I'm going to be showing you about. Now, first up, I already have a few of them that I have changed, tried to make louder and all that stuff, and we'll talk about that in a minute, which are my JVCs. Those guys are amazing, in my opinion. Now, to start off here with, we got the Sennheisers HD 435s, alright? These headphones, when they first came out, I've had these now for, I believe, about 5-6 years. When these headphones first came out, they were $240. Now, what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be showing you guys a quick little, I guess you could say, sound quality bit through my microphone, which picks up the sound, obviously, duh. So, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just play a random sound, a random frequencies of music, and basically it's just going to be like a headphone test. Headphone test beat. Let's go. I had it all prepped already, but it disappeared on me. Now, yes, I know that phones don't have the output that a HDAC does. Okay, but phones give the best sound quality. They go sound quality, signal to noise ratio. They cut out your volume once you hit that limit. Now on this, here. Oh, give me a second. We got an ad. All right. So this is max volume for this headphone. Those are max. Now, when you first put them on, you're like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that sounds pretty clear, right? They don't have the bass. They don't have any of that fancy stuff that you would actually want. Now, like I said, I started off with these headphones due to the fact that I find these ones to be absolutely pointless. These are not worth anything. They're comfortable to wear. They really are. They got a nice soft cushion on them. And what I did on this side is I opened it. The biggest problem, and it's got a detachable headphones, or a headphone cable. The biggest problem with this is inside of the cup, okay, if you could see here, is a plastic shroud which is waterproof to cover the speaker. There ain't nothing waterproof. I'm sorry. Even if it says it's waterproof, it's not waterproof. You put it, it's water resistant for a period of time. These headphones are plastic design, as you can tell by the way that they sound here. They're plastic design. The headband is not the greatest. You do have good quality foam for your head. But other than that, no. These are not good. The back, it's got it's got a closed open back is what it's called. It's all these little notches you see back here allows the air to release out from the push of the driver. Now these are a dynamic driver, so they run off of a magnet. For sound quality, that's not good. I don't know why Sennheiser says that it's the best. It's not. For sound quality, they're horrible. So in my opinion, these headphones fail. They are not worth it. Now, then you drop. Here's the funny thing. You drop down in price from Sennheisers. Now, I can bring you here to the Sennheiser HD 437s. I'm sorry about the camera not focusing, but what are you going to do, eh? Now, these are a full open back, as you could tell. Full open. They're not over-the-ear headphones. These are on-ear headphones. These sound better. They actually do. They come with an absolutely massive freaking cable, so you have no problem with ever getting it tangled, or not getting tangled, running out of space. But these, as you could tell, try to do it in a way that you guys will hear it, but I doubt it. I'm keeping the headphones the exact same distance away for each one of them. Okay. So these, I'm just going to do 20-second clips. It should be enough. You guys should be able to hear the bass and everything in with it. Now these are a really weird design. They're on a sliding pivot here. They don't bend. They turn a little bit because if your ear's off a little, all that fun stuff. So these have the exact same padding. The exact same padding as those other ones that I showed you. Now, what I found out with these ones is these produce amazing sound quality, but no bass, due to the fact of the dynamic drivers. The dynamic driver on an open back design does not work right for bass response. Now, the first Sennheisers, I forgot to say this, the first Sennheisers that I showed you are 102 decibel rating, okay, and they are 16 hertz to 25,000 kilohertz for frequency response. The signal to noise ratio on that is, I think it's less than 1% at 100 decibels. So it's pretty good. These, however, are 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz, which would be your more modern day headphones you buy, your earbuds, all that stuff, anything that comes with any product that you buy. These, with an open back design, it allows the fluctuation of the frequency response to be a little wider. Sorry about hitting the mic, but it allows it to be a little wider. So what's going to happen is with the open back design, more bass will exit, so therefore you don't have it, but it also produces a better clarity to it. If you were to close this backing on it, you'd suffocate the driver that's inside of it. And by the way, the first set of headphones is a 40 mil driver. These are a 40 mil driver. You suffocate the speaker itself. So when the bass is trying to hit, that's where you get the popping sound that comes from the microphone, or comes from the headphones. Other than that, this is another pair of headphones that are not worth over $100. Sorry, Sennheisers, but in this review, you fail. This is both lines of Sennheisers. I've had the most expensive ones and I've had the lowest ones that you could buy. Now, in my opinion, the lowest ones are better than the higher ones. Alright, so now we're going to go to an extremely cheap pair of headphones, but with a very good design, except for the headband, as you'll see in a minute. Now these, right here, these are the RCA HP 450s. They have a 45 millimeter driver in them. The frequency response on these is 20 to 20. Was a decibel rating of 97. So they don't handle as much power as the Sennheisers. Now for these headphones, they also come with a massive freaking cable. But the one thing that any DJs or any music lovers out there will like is it's got the big plug. It's got the big plug and the little plug adapter. Now, if you have it on daily use for any of that stuff, having that in your pocket is just not cool. But what are you going to do, right? You want the music, you get the music. See, you put it on your phone, it sticks out like a sore thumb. Really does. It's literally almost, it's actually bigger than my thumb. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just show you guys, obviously, a sound quality test with this one. Now, these do pivot. They do everything. It is extremely hard plastic. Very bad design is what I'm going to say on that part. It's a very squishy, but it clicks back pad here, or head pad. They are very comfortable. These are. They're very, very comfortable. But you'll see. These see how they are a little louder? Now, yeah. They're a little louder due to the fact that it is a closed design. Now, it brings me back to what I was saying, that if versus the open back and the closed back. The closed back will give you more bass, but at a cost. And the cost is, at a high volume, your speakers will pop. They can't handle it because they have nowhere to release the air. These are also dynamic drivers. Now, dynamic drivers on these RCAs, by the way, are only $24. So if you're just like being comfortable and all that stuff and don't care about the volume, and it does a decent job cutting out the sounds around you, but that's about it. But if you do, get these. Why not? If they still make them. I've had these now for 6 years. All these headphones obviously still work. Now we're getting into the more mainstream stuff. I don't know how to go by this. I'm gonna sneeze. I do apologize. All right. Everyone, a lot of people's favorite, I guess you could say. I'm gonna sneeze again. Marley's. Sorry, Marley's. Can't use Bob. Marley's. Wood back. Okay. Hemp wire with built-in microphone with control for Android or iOS. Extremely low quality rubber cups for your ears. These are over-ear headphones, and so were those RCAs. I do apologize about that. These also have a detachable headphone, but it's not your normal headphone jack. It's not a 3.5. Okay. Steel. Or aluminum. Sorry. Or all my friends in the UK and everything, aluminium. But these are metal. It's a metal backing slider, which are really good. These are not closed back, and they are not open back. These are hybrids, obviously. They're both. It is a closed back with a vented hole. The vented tube hole where the bass will come out. These produce an amazing amount of bass. They really do. And the frequency response on those is 16 hertz to 24,000 kilohertz. At 114 decibels is what it can handle. They are made out of recyclable materials, so that's the cool thing about that. Now, what happens here, the signal to noise ratio on these is only at 94 decibels, obviously because it's recycled stuff. So you will have a problem when you hit a high volume. But I personally have not heard it. I personally myself have heard very good sound quality coming out of these. They don't pivot. They're solid. They're stationary on your head. So here you go. All right. So I already noticed a difference just by having that on there with OBS open here. I could see the microphone was a lot louder. And I am putting them this exact same distance away from the microphone. I guess I could have lifted it up and showed you guys what I mean by that. But for sound quality wise and for functionality, I give these ones about 6 out of 10. All the rest of them don't even classify for my list. But 6 out of 10 for these guys. They fold, like I said. They do come with a carrying pack, which I don't have anymore. It's got a very good design around it. Now, these go for $150. And I will tell you this, they are worth it. These Marleys are actually worth it. Excellent bass response. Excellent clarity of mid-range. The highs and everything could be a little better, but they're not that bad at all. They're very well capable of doing any type of music you could think of. So those are really good for that one. Now, I'm going to go straight to the big guys now. I only got 2 pairs of headphones left for you guys. Number 1, the Monsters. These are the Monster Inspirations. These are the top of the line monsters that they produce and that they make. They come in that carrying case. They're folded. Now, they're folded, but here's the problem with these. These are plastic. And the hinge, as you just seen, is absolutely freaking horrible. Now, these do run off of a battery. They have a built-in noise-canceling amplifier inside of them, which you turn it on, and as you can see, wait, if you can, as you can see, the little green light will turn on. I don't know why my camera is not focusing on that, but anyways, the little green light turns on. These have a fake leather pleather headband, which is absolute crap. These are not comfortable to wear for a long period of time. They put a lot of pressure on your head, and they do have a metal headband and everything, but they do have that going for them. Now, the worst part about this is the detachable headphones. Obviously, when you get into the $700 range, you better be. All right. Now, for these, the frequency response on them, as Monster says, is 20 hertz to 20,000 kilohertz, which in high-end headphones is bull. You should never, ever have that crappy of an audio range when it comes to headphones at this price range. You want, I don't know where those are, but I have a pair of Sony XDR 50s, I believe they are called. Those are 50 mil drivers. Everything I've showed you so far were only 40 mil drivers. This is the 50 mil. So, the frequency response of the Sony's XDRs that I have, those were $300. Frequency response of those is 10 hertz to 25,000 kilohertz. The lower the first number, obviously, the better the bass. You'll hear it, you'll feel it, it just shakes your brain. That's different. I'll try to find those some other time. Now, for these monsters, I'm not a fan. I'm not really a fan of them. They sound alright. They don't have as much bass as you would think. They don't have as good clarity in the mid-range and high range. Now, these are the new versions. The new versions aren't the best. I prefer the older versions. Now, see, here we go. That's how horrible these are. My phone is maxed volume with those headphones, with the amplifier on. That's how bad those sound. Now, you can use them, unlike the Beats by Dre Studios, you can use these without the battery, which is awesome, great, sweet, perfect, but not worth it. is all I'm going to say. These, the design and everything, I would say these would be worth $150, not $700. So, would I recommend these? For monitoring purposes, yes. The highs and mids are actually not that bad. The highs are better than anything else, obviously. But for noise cancellation, those things will work amazing. You turn those on, it just cuts out all the sound because it produces a very low hum into the speakers that stops any sounds. So, now my daily drivers. My daily drivers that I've modified. I didn't modify them as much. These aren't the big guys that are massive. But these are the JVCs. These are JVC H. I don't know. I have had these for such a long time. I think these are the HAS 6 somethings. Anyways, these are a 50 mil driver also. I've had these for a long time. They fold. They're expandable. They bend. They swivel. They friggin', you name it. They go into DJ monitoring mode like that. You name it. These headphones that JVC made, those guys should have never discontinued these headphones. As you can see here, these are the blow-offs. These are a hybrid design also, but they are not a dynamic driver. They're magnetic levitation. Same with the monsters. The monsters are not dynamic drivers. They're magnetic levitation. Now, here's the funny thing. $700. All right. As you can tell by looking at it that they're cheaper. These right here, these JVCs are $38.50 at any Best Buy, any Walmart, any of that stuff. You get them wherever the hell you want. Now, I've had these headphones now for 7 years. 7 years, and I haven't changed the speakers in them. I haven't changed the drivers. These are 50 mil magnetic levitation drivers. They are amazing. The cupping is an actual leather. It's not pleather. It's actually leather. The headband is actual leather. And here's the proof. You see, that's what happens to leather over a period of time. It fades. It's as simple as that. All you have to do is change the headband, and then away you go. So, what are we gonna do about that, eh? Now, these have a frequency response of 8 hertz to 36,000 kilohertz from the factory for $38. Monster, what are we paying for? Your fake case? Anyways, they don't have a microphone. Whoop-de-doo. These sound absolutely amazing. You will notice there's a different volume. 50 mil driver, 127 decibel rating is what they can handle. Signal to noise ratio is only less than 1%. Ready for this? At 117 decibels. The distortion value of these headphones does not kick in at all until way over the limit of those. Now, this video isn't sponsored by JVC or any of that fancy stuff. JVC, if you like bass, hell yes. Magnetic levitation drivers. Carbon fiber diaphragm. Hybrid, open, close back design. Extremely comfortable. Portability is insane. Flexibility is awesome. Sound quality? Here. You'll hear a difference here. Just absolute. These are the ones you always see. Hold on. These are the ones you always see me wearing in my videos. These things are comfortable as you wouldn't imagine. They really are. They don't look stupid. They don't look stupid on your head as all the other ones do. Now, when it comes to the monsters, okay, the monsters when they're on your head, look at that. Look at that. What the hell? They are not comfortable at all. They're just not good. The monsters, the Marleys, JVCs, the RCAs, the SENNHEISERs failed this massively, which I'm sad to say. But the old version of the SENNHEISERs were way better than these new style. I do know that there's all this new stuff going around. Oh, protect your hearing. No, can't have it too loud. All that. Who cares? We control the volume, not the companies. That's how it should be. The JVCs, if you guys could pick yourself up a pair of these are amazing. Sound quality, like I said, is through the roof. It really is. And it's not just me saying it. For sound quality wise, these are a 10 out of 10. And if anyone who watches my videos knows how I am with audio, I'm very picky with the audio. If it doesn't sound good, I don't like it at all. So, JVCs for the win? Yes. $38? Yes. The only thing that you lose out when you pay that little bit of money or whatever and not paying $700 is no carrying case, no microphone. Some people might not like that because they use it for their headphones. Now, that's about it. Sound quality wise, carbon diaphragms, magnetic levitation drivers, mint. Absolutely mint. The single to noise ratio, all that stuff. Perfect. JVCs, highly recommend. Monsters, if you got the money and you don't give a crap, go ahead. SENNHEISERs, mid-range, yeah, they're alright. Marleys, I recommend them. But only a certain version. And I believe it was the Rebel or the Levitations. These, I think these are the Levitations. But the Rebels, I think it's the Rebels. It's either the Rebels or there's another one that's up there. Is a full steel design. The full steel design with a closed back on ear. They sound amazing. They're better than those. They match the JVCs actually for the sound quality. And they're a dynamic driver. And they're only $78. So, like, that's what I don't get. Monster? No. I don't recommend these at all. The only reason I would recommend them, like I said, is if you're using your headphones or using your cell phone and you're walking down the road or something. Turn on the amplifier, which does take 2 AAA batteries. Turn on the amplifier and have at it. It'll cut off all your background noise and all that fun stuff. But other than that, there's nothing else really that I would recommend besides the JVCs. I have tried the Skull Candies. I have had every headphones in the book. I've had Panasonics. I've had Philips. I had Clips. I had Denons. I've had everything. Everything you could think of. Audio Bonds. All of that fancy stuff. The best headphones out of all of them are almost the cheapest ones. Once in a while you will come across that where you get absolutely amazing headphones for the deal. And then that's probably why JVC took them off the shelf. You could still get them on Amazon or eBay. But it's not the same. The newer versions of them don't have the carbon diaphragm. They still use the same driver, which is good. But they don't have the carbon diaphragm. So you lose out on a lot of bass. Other than that, that's about it. JVC wins this review from me. I've had those JVCs, like I said, 7 or 8 years or whatever. I've had those monsters for 2 years. I've had the RCAs for 6 years. I've had the Sennheisers for 5 to 7 years between the two of them. JVC wins. A lot of people might not agree with it, but that's my personal opinion. For sound quality, functionality, performance, you name it, JVC for the win. So if you guys enjoyed this video, if you liked it, give that a thumbs up. If you disliked it, hit that thumbs down. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Join my Discord if you wish, and come chat around in there. And yeah, so I hope you guys all have a friggin' awesome day. This is Corny69 with a headphone review.